excited.
It's time for Two Guys and a Goalie with Dustin Nielsen, Matt Cassian, and the goalie, Joaquin Gate.
All right, it is 12:03. It is Two Guys and a Goalie, and we are brought to you by GS Construction. GS Construction is hiring right now. They are looking for the following at GS Construction. They are looking for experienced pipe layers, operators, topmen, superintendents. Visit gsconstruction.ca. GS Construction, serving your community for over 50 years. Look at old fancy computer boy over here. This guy, so Gager's rolling two computers. He has one computer set up. And he goes, oh, this is the wrong computer. I have to switch computers. Then he brings up this fancy brown bag. Gager, I had no idea you were an elitist in the computer game.
I'm not.
Well, talking to your mic there, Gager.
I'm not, but I I have one for home and one for here. It just made it easier. And it was an extra computer that I had, and I thought it would just I hated just unplugging, plugging back in, and so I could just can I tell a story though?
I'd love to hear. Is this
So,
about
yeah.
let's hear it.
No. That's not a story.
Can we talk about that too? A little
We
bit?
can probably talk about that. Yeah. So last Friday, I had an invite to go see the new facility at GS Construction.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I tell you, I don't know if I RSVP'd. I thought I texted Sandman and said I was going to be out of town, but
Dude, you like if you're looking, I hate to say this because it drives me absolutely nuts. It shouldn't, but if you're looking for a place to go, like if you walk in those doors, immediately like this is the place.
You want to work there.
I want to work there.
Really?
It is so nice. The office
This was on Friday, right? Yeah.
The new offices are beautiful. It's all in-house.
Is it still way out on the west end? Where is it?
No, it's in Stony.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Stony. Yeah, Stony. Yeah.
It's not far. It's like 10 minutes
I've
from
been out
here.
there a few times to pick up checks and stuff.
Yeah. So, wait till you. You're going to charge more. The bays for all the trucks. It's all pristine. It's massive. And then they got the double staircase going upstairs, full kitchen upstairs, golf simulator up top with the kids. Like there was tons of people there because it was the opening, right? Kids were playing a hunting game on the golf simulator with.
Okay, was the golf simulator set up just for the event?
No,
it's up there all the time.
All the time.
Come on,
it's like all these fancy boardrooms with the big screen, like
our office.
Yeah, but the little there's more
fancier,
there's more screens,
little fancier,
and a full kitchen. There's an outdoor seating area,
a patio, like an outdoor
patio upstairs. The one place that was really like downstairs is all these different meeting areas that are really set up cool. There's a training area for new hires to come and learn about pipeline. They have they have a section outside that they're going to build
just for training
purposes only. Like
that's actually a really smart idea.
It's and then like I'm looking at the golf simulator and then I'm like, this is crazy. And then I go, oh, I didn't see Sandman at first, right? So I saw one of his buddies and he gave me his keys and he goes, he's up in the speakeasy. And I go, excuse me?
Shut up.
Speaky? Yeah, just go up there, down that hall, left. And so
knock 3 times.
I go up with and there's the key fob thing. So the fob works, opens the door, and it's a closet. It's a maintenance closet.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, I must have went the wrong way. So I go back out and I go, no, this is, and I go back in.
If there's a secret door in this closet, I'm going to lose my mind.
I pull the door to the secret room, full wraparound bar, couches, big screen TV. That's where we watched the Jays game.
Come on.
It like taps on Sandman's, like he likes that cider. Cider's on tap. Full, like.
So this is, you should have said it's the coolest place ever.
It is the coolest place ever. And then, so I'm talking to one of the guys who I've met before. I don't want to mention his name because I don't want to get him in trouble.
Well,
but,
you know, especially if he was in the speakeasy.
Oh yeah. But no, this is for a different purpose. So I'm talking to him, and we're talking about kids and hockey and stuff. He goes, well, so get this. So I remember when I was coaching my kid hockey, and you know, you're young and you got the goal gear, and every week you got to find the new person, and you got to deal with the parents phone and go, you know what, I don't think my kid, I don't want him to play goal anymore and stuff like that. And so he hates this. He dreads every day. So he's going through the list of players, and it comes along one kid. It's his turn to go in net, and he gets the call from the dad that evening. And he's like, oh, God, I was hoping, you know, I got to deal with this phone call. And the dad gets on the phone and goes, well, yeah, I just want you to know that my son kind of really liked goaltending. And so he'd like to remain as a goalie. And he goes, yes, he can't believe it.
Yeah, that never happens.
That goaltender's name, Stuart Skinner.
No! No!
It's his fault.
That guy is the reason Stewie Skins was a goalie forever?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
I was like shocked at this. I go, oh my God. He goes, don't tell anyone.
What a story.
Oh,
I
man.
know. I was
wondering where the payoff
awesome.
was. I was like, where is he going with this? Like,
So this was in the speakeasy?
Yeah,
I'm
this
like,
is in the
why?
speakeasy.
Cool.
And
Yeah,
then
but that's awesome.
The funniest part of the whole night, there's one section where it shows it's the history of GS construction, which is
So it's a Hall of Fame. It's like a museum.
it's this wall of fame. And it shows the first invoice, like how Mr. Sandwich started the company.
That is
it was
cool.
like $6,000. It shows
That's how they started.
Yeah, $6,000.
Did like an odd job for somebody doing this.
But
like,
then it goes through the timeline, and it shows Turan Sandwich's first day. And you know how they have the timeline with the years and the little blurb, and it says Turan's first day after his career as a hockey or whatever. Yeah. He was late and was given he had a silver spoon pickaxe, or it said silver spoon on it because he was the son of the
Really?
dad. Yeah, and that was his first day, and it just talks
classic
about
Nepo baby situation.
Yeah, full Nepo baby, and just was late for his first day of work.
Sandman's the Bronny James of GS Construction.
But I have to say, Sandman, that was the facility is next level. There's a reason why you see GS Construction trucks all over the city. It's amazing. We have to go.
I do want to say that, first of all, yes, that would be amazing if he wants to have us over there when I'm in town sometime.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yes.
Second of all, didn't have this office before they partnered with us.
Yeah.
I just want to throw it out there.
Yeah,
I mean, the
that's true.
buzz from two guys and now the Nielsen show obviously has helped them build this amazing new office.
Oh,
so it's a legit.
gorgeous.
It looks like a closet, and then there's a door in there, and
It'll blow your mind.
That sounds like
Dusty.
the coolest office I've ever heard of in my entire life.
But then you go in, the bar, the seating, the big screen where you can watch, like the Jays game was on.
Yeah.
It was stupidly awesome. Just awesome.
Man, I thought our place here was awesome, but our place sounds really
place is
lame. I thought
awesome.
it sounds lame now. I don't have a secret room. That would be cool. Cash, you got a secret room at your office?
No, but I kind of it's like if I ever built a house, I'd want a secret room. Wouldn't you guys want like one of them, like a bookcase room?
Yep.
Like I feel you kind of have to have it, but you have to somehow like sneak it in blueprints so no one actually really knows, at least like you and maybe your spouse. But it's like
Where's
a real
Cass?
secret room. That would be awesome. It's like this stuff you dream about as a kid. Like, oh, that would be sweet.
There was a time I remember I was in a golf tournament at the Quarry, and one of the guys I was playing with that day had a house up on the hill at the Quarry, like those huge houses there.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, you should come up after. We bring a bunch of people up." And after, first of all, this was back when we lived in Terwilliger still, so we didn't have our current house. His garage was probably nicer than the house I lived in Terwilliger town. Like I was just like, "This is insane. This is the garage." Takes us in, go around. Can't remember his name. Anyway, we go down to the basement. And he's giving us the tour around. And sure enough, he goes, and if you push this, and he pushes it and it opens up and there's like a second baseman hidden in behind. I was like, this is insane. From the moment I saw that guy's house just on the top of the hill by the quarry, I was like, one day I want to have a secret room as well. So that's
the best part is I went into that thinking that this is a closet. This isn't the right place.
Yeah.
Like
you left and then you came back.
You press the fob, you go in and it's the maintenance closet. And then behind it is awesomeness. Unreal.
That's incredible. Anyway, Two Guys and a Goalie is brought to you by GS Construction. Apparently, if you want to work at the coolest place ever, we're now number 2 on that list. GS Construction is number 1. If you're a topman, oil or operator, pipe layers, superintendents, and they got this huge training facility where they'll train you even if you're not one of those people anyway. So that's pretty awesome. All right. Hey, we're going to get to the Oilers. We're going to get to the Sens. We'll dive into that. Cass, how did you watch Game 7 last night of the baseball? You and the family together? What'd you guys do?
Yeah, I had it on here at home. The kids have gotten into it, which is pretty fun.
So
they're still learning the baseball. Yeah, they're still learning the baseball rules, but they love cheering for the Blue Jays. They love it. The only downside was they really were struggling because the Seattle pitcher Kirby is they love Kirby from the Nintendo. And so they were really torn, my youngest in particular, because she's like, his name's Kirby. So she kind of was like, yay, Kirby. And then her older sister was like, no, you can't cheer for Kirby. He's on the other team. You have to cheer for the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
But they mostly got it and had a ton of fun. And wow, what a comeback. I mean, that's a blast. That's a blast. I haven't seen my dad this fired up about sports in a long time too, because he's a huge Jays fan. So it's been pretty fun. He's right into it, and a little brother took to the streets because he's in Toronto too and sent us some videos of the chaos last night. Yeah, so he said it was nuts. He wasn't able to go to the game because it was like $2,000 a ticket. So he's like, I can't pay that.
Yeah.
But he certainly went out and hung out with everybody afterwards and had a blast.
Gager, did you watch it in Sandman's secret room? Or?
No, it was my own not so secret room. But I believe Sandman was at the game. So,
duh. Come on. No, that was phenomenal. I thought it was absolutely incredible to watch last night. The inbox is acting a little weird today. 780-218-9999. We're getting some random text messages from people who wanted to play kind of easy trivia this morning. Some guy just texted in and said, I missed, where's 40-ounce steak night? That probably would have been from the hangout probably a little bit earlier on because Patty from Brewhouse was in there. Big Dave, though, says, guys, as someone who's been in plenty of new build homes installing mirrors and shower doors, you'd be shocked at how many places get secret rooms built into them. Lots of secret man caves and bars, even one with a secret Christmas room in it. It's just Christmas all the time. That's pretty sweet. I do like that. That's pretty good. Anyway, so if you have any of those stories, yeah.
I got a secret room question for you guys, and we'll make it a hockey one.
Okay.
If you had to have a secret room and it was dedicated to one player, so secret room dedicated to one player, which player would it be?
Does it have to be hockey?
I was going to, well, I mean, no, I guess.
Well, then you know my answer.
Yeah.
I have a secret apartment already set aside that's just all LeBron, and I go in there and I sit around and just look at all the stuff. So my answer would be LeBron, and if it was a hockey room, I would have to dial it back to Saku Koivu. I mean, he's my favorite guy of all time. So half my basement is actually half my basement is half LeBron. If you go to my basement, I've got above my TV, I've got 4 LeBron photos and an autographed LeBron photo in the end. Then 55-56 Montreal Canadiens Stanley Cup championship picture with signed by Beliveau and both Richards. That is probably one of my favorite pieces. Then I go into 4 pictures of Saku Koivu autographed in different fashion. Then above the couch, I've got this weird, bigger photo of Carey Price and Lucic signed by both. I think Jerry Johansson had them both, and I got it. Yeah. Jerry gave it to me somehow. Nice. That was a while ago. And then on the other side of that window, I've got Teemu Solani celebrating with the Ducks shooting goal signed right next to Gordie Howe, signed Gordie Howe picture. Then I go around the corner. I've got a signed GSP photo from my MMA UFC fan days.
Smokes.
Then I've got a Blue Jays wall that's got Kawasaki signed photo, the 2 canvases of Joey Bats and Encarnacion, and then a Encarnacion signed photo. Then I've got this big Montreal Canadiens piece. And then you go on the wall right next to that, I've got this awesome McDavid 16 by 20 canvas that's autographed. It's sick. And then I've got that classic Wayne Gretzky photo of him holding up the cup.
Really?
The one that's signed. And then around in my office, I've got a few more Blue Jays pieces. And then right above my, and then I have a huge photo of Doug and Darren Flutie after the Hail Mary with Darren on Doug's back or Doug on Darren's back, and it's signed by both of them. Good relationship with the guys at Pro-Am. My basement is a shrine. And then
it is a shrine.
And then above my computer is my first ever collectible piece that I got. And it was when the Montreal Forum was closing down. I was like 15 years old, and it had every game that final season with a picture of a different Habs legend on it. Really? And I bought that when I was like a teenager, and that was the first thing. My parents got it framed for me. And then I've got a wall for Ovechkin too, where I've got, the goalie scored on his back.
Yeah.
I've got a 16 by 20 of that signed, and then I've got the canvas of him holding up the cup. So like, my basement is basically what you were saying, Katz. It's not a secret room, but it's like a shrine to my four favorite things. Yeah. Tammy won't let me put anything else up on the main floor. She's like, no, you get the basement. I was like, come on, I'm running out of room. Like, geez, who would your player be, Cass?
I don't know. That's why I asked that. I'm like, I don't know who my player would be. Like, because I never had a Saku Koivu.
Yeah.
I never had that, whereas like that was the one player. So I don't know. Like, my brain is like, well, maybe Gretzky, just from being an Edmonton kid growing up. I mean, I love Messier, was my favorite when I was younger, but I don't know if now I would want like a Messier room. So it'd be hard for me to pick like one player. It'd be really hard for me to pick one player. Like I think a team would be way easier. I think doing it kind of like how you have it, where it's just like a whole bunch of different stuff, like having a secret memorabilia room where it's like all your stuff is in there. That would be really cool. So I guess I'm just going to have to take the easy answer with this and just go myself.
just a few of your jerseys stuff. And stuff. Yeah.
This is my own stuff.
Gager, what about you, buddy?
I mean, if we're going nuts, like, might as well get nuts, right?
You're going to say Formula One?
Well,
you would love a Formula One.
I would love
with
a Formula
simulator
One
in there and everything.
But I think what I would rather have, to tell you the truth, is a mini sphere room, right?
Oh wow!
Where I go in and
like the whole
thing is a screen.
That'd be pretty
and then
cool.
I just switch it to whatever I want.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what
that'd be kind of neat.
You know what I saw on Instagram? I just discovered you can like scroll videos on there because I stole my wife's phone and she showed me how, because it's only on Instagram, my wife's phone. And I spent way too much time. And then I was like, yeah, this is why I don't have it on my phone, because I was like 45 minutes just like flipping through videos. But one of the videos was, I guess it's a sports bar in Dallas.
There's one in LA too.
Where you see
one
like
in
the
LA?
whole thing. I've seen that.
Yeah. And like the camera, the way they do like with the camera angles or whatever is like you're sitting at the glass.
Yeah.
So it's like you're sitting right up at the glass in the corner of a Stars game. And I just saw like a mini video of it. I'm like, this is awesome. Like, how cool would that be? Someone bring that here. That'd be amazing.
I was talking to Maddie about that. He knows everything that has to do. I believe there's 2 bars in LA that have that, and you can go watch sporting events. And even they showed they show movies there. The movie's on a certain part of the screen, but then everything else is like surrounding it. Like they had the Matrix on there, but you thought you were there.
Yes.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. That's kind of what I would want.
I've seen some football games where it looks like you're sitting right in the end zone.
Yeah.
That's
what I mean. Like I hadn't seen that before. I'm like, this is amazing.
It won't be long till that's here.
Speaking of movies, so in my basement, I have one huge bedroom down there. There's 2 like queen beds in it. And in there, I used to have more autograph photos up, but I took those down and I put up movie posters now. So I've got movie poster of John Wick, Tombstone,
perfect,
Big Lebowski, Point Break, Back to the Future, and then I've got a smaller frame. It's still probably about like 4.5, 5 feet tall, and I bought this like a huge Back to the Future nerd, right? So I bought this like Back to the Future memorabilia package. It comes with like all different newspaper prints from the newspapers, the letter that he sent to Marty from '85, and I've got it all sort of collaged together on a thing too. Yeah, that was fun. I need a bigger house. Like, all my stuff is completely it's all taken.
I did see a pretty cool tweet of a guy asking, I forget the actor's name, who played Johnny Ringo, and was asked about Val Kilmer and said, "Oh, I heard Val Kilmer was hard to work with. What was it like working with me?" And he says, I don't know what it's like to work with Val Kilmer. All I knew was Doc Holliday.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. Like he was just totally in.
Yeah.
No, it's too good. All right, okay, let's move along. We hit the Jays. We hit some other fun stuff. Turan built the coolest office of all time. And the Edmonton Oilers wrap up their road trip against Cass's former team, the Ottawa Senators, tonight. The Oilers road trip so far. Cass, give me one word to describe this road trip so far.
Pitiful.
No, that's a fair word.
That's good.
I think that's a fair word.
Yeah. I would almost go as far as to say unacceptable.
Unacceptable is good. I think I might have been taking a little bit far because I was going to throw an old disastrous out there. I don't know if I get. I mean, I will say this: if they lose to Ottawa tonight and come back 1-4, and the only game you won, Skinner had to steal for you. It's kind of a disaster of a road trip early in the season.
For disaster, for me, would have to have playoff implications, right? They would need.
Yeah.
They would need it.
Hey, plot twist. Maybe it does.
Maybe it does, I guess. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
No, look, they've got off to poor starts before. Cass, does this poor start feel any different to you than other poor starts?
It feels different because it feels like they should have learned by now. And I think that what also feels different about it is the manner in which it's happening. Because if we look at like last year, and even in particular, they were getting a ton of chances. They couldn't score. They couldn't score. Like Hyman couldn't score. They had a ton of opportunities, and it's like they just couldn't put the puck in the net. This one, it just feels different because it feels like the offense is just gone, right? It's not like they're struggling to score. It's like they are, I guess, but it's not. They're not even generating opportunity. So it feels a little bit different in that. And it just, I don't know. It feels like the motivation hasn't been there. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, it's uninspiring.
So
this trip is uninspiring for fans, I think, right now.
Yeah, that actually might be a better word than that. That might have been the word that I would choose if I could choose one instead of pitiful. I think that's it. I think you just hit it. That's the word I think I was looking for in my brain.
No, I'm glad I was able to come up with the word that you were thinking about. Yeah. It's kind of nice.
Great word, Dusty.
To me, it feels a little bit different because like last year's group was in large part the group that went to the Cup the year before. You know, they brought in Skinner, they brought in Arvidsson. This year, there's a bunch of guys who haven't played in the National Hockey League before. And to me, that makes it like these younger guys make it a little bit different than, you brought in some veterans. Maybe it takes time to, now you brought in some young guys and you're not sure that they're ready. You know, like Howard, for example. Tomasek had a ton of chances, can't bury anything. Savoy has looked good in spurts. It hasn't come together just yet, but to me, he's an NHLer for sure. But it's just the inexperience with some of these guys that they brought in kind of has me feeling a little bit different than the slow start last year. Gager, where are you at on this?
Yeah, last year was the pieces that they had were I didn't care what they did throughout the regular season. I was kind of upset that I had to go through 82 games to get to important hockey. This year, way more interesting to me because of those reasons of having those young guys and seeing where are they going to fit in? How are they going to contribute? How are they going to find a solution to losing some of the goals that were scored last year? So now I wasn't as concerned last year with the slow start. This year, I would say I'm a little bit more concerned, not completely full blown, but because of the players that are out tonight, all accounts, seems like Wallman's back in. We're only a few weeks away from Hyman getting back in. So those are two, I think, really integral pieces for this team. But yeah, it's the Tomasek experiment. It looked good, but it's still not working. Philp looks good. Like you said, Savoy is going to be a regular NHLer. He plays the right way. And Howard's a question mark too. What does he eventually turn into? So yeah, there's a lot more question marks for me and a little bit of concern more at this point this year than it was last.
All right, let's take a look at the line combinations for tonight. Actually, before we talk about tonight's line combinations, Cass, your thoughts on the juggling. We know this is what Knoblock does, but it's been 6 games. They had the first 2 games. I think they kept the same set of lines. I think it's basically been different every time since. In the majority of these games, it's also been mixed up in the middle of the game or at the end of the game at some point. I get it. He's trying to find something. but he hasn't even got 2 games to look at something yet. So how do you balance too much of this with the right amount? How do you find that?
That's a tricky question for Knoblock. It's a hard one to answer because nothing you've tried has had any kind of jump to it, and you're trying to find something that clicks, something that works, something immediate, and it just hasn't really been there. I think it's a double problem though, and this is why I think it's a double problem. Is he's been playing McDavid and Draisaitl a ton on the penalty kill. And so you've had them playing a ton of the penalty kill, and you've been moving the lines all around, and McDavid and Draisaitl continue to get ice time. And so I feel like there's just been a real inconsistency, even from not just a total minutes on the ice for some of the other players, but just from a game rhythm where they're sitting on the bench for way too long stretches of time in order to keep them engaged in the game. And I think people don't understand how hard that is. If you sit there for like 10 minutes, then you have an intermission, then you sit there like another 10 minutes before you get another shift. It's incredibly hard to go out and to execute at a high level, to have energy, to have jump, to have momentum, just really difficult to do. So that's the second part of the problem. But guys, I would love to see a little bit of consistency. Let guys work through things. It's just challenging when you don't have everybody going, because if you have 80% of the guys, 70% of the guys playing and playing well, it's like you can move things around a little bit and those guys are going to be going. But realistically, gentlemen, like, how many players can we look at from the Oilers in the forward group this year and say, hey, that guy's been consistently good all year so far?
Nuge.
Yeah. Kulak.
I mean, Mangiapane's been okay so far.
Kulak's
so
been
2.
Good. Philp.
Yeah, Philp, when he's been in,
you're pretty,
got
so 3.
Goals.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 3 guys.
Yeah, I think.
Right? 25% of your forward group. So that's the problem, is players just haven't been playing. And so he's continuing to mix it up. Now, would keeping everything the same help? Maybe. We don't know. So, I mean, I'm a fan of him trying that and just saying, hey, we're just going to run with this and let it go and work through it. But
it's funny because you look at it and go, wow, that didn't work. But you're like, we saw it for 2 periods. How do you know it doesn't work in 2 days from now? Gage, you're like, at what point? I don't know. What do you say? What do you say about this?
I think a little bit is Knobloch. I don't know if it's pressure, but this is 2 years in a row where he's had slow starts, and he's struggling just as much as everyone else to find these things. That's what the coach is for. And I know there's other coaches around the league in the same type of situation, and they seem to be hitting the blender a little bit. But what is the definition of insanity?
You're doing something the same and expecting different results.
Yeah. So maybe it's time to let it marinate a little bit more, right? Don't use the blender so much. I mean,
well, it's crazy. They went McDavid and Draisaitl with Frederick the entire preseason. Then it got a game and a half, and then it was done. And then they're like, move it. You could have given some other guys looks with those guys in the preseason and not have to try to be sprinkling them in right now.
Obviously, his blender is blending up the lineup sheet. That
was our joke today. We're going to put the lineup sheet. He's got a full page in there, blend it up and grab lines,
so it doesn't mix up. He needs to slap chop this thing.
Yeah, the slap chop was insanely effective for a very simple tool back in the day. So here's what he's decided to go with today: McDavid with Draisaitl and Podkolzin. They love playing with him. Nugent Hopkins with Roslovic and Mangiapane. I'm kind of actually intrigued to see that. Philp with Frederick and Savoy. And then Adam Henrique, who's playing in his 1,000th game. Shout out to Henrique for doing 1,000 games in the National Hockey League. Very impressive. Henrique with Tomaszek, who draws back in. And then Ike Howard, who's playing less than 10 minutes a night so far for the Oilers. Cass, what about this Podkolzin with McDavid and Draisaitl? What do you think?
Well, they clearly like playing with him. I think they're hoping that his simplicity, if he plays a simple game, helps. Turn pucks over, good on the forecheck, crash and bang, get around the net. Like that's kind of what you're hoping for. He creates some space by his positioning. We've seen it before. So yeah, it's just so hard to comment on the lines because it's like Benny, when we're doing the pre and post game show the other day, it's like the over under was on at like 7 minutes before you see a change. And it ended up lasting 16 minutes, 17 minutes before they switched the lines. So it hit the over, but it's like, you don't know how long it's going to last. So it's really hard to comment on it. So in theory, McDavid and Draisaitl seem to like playing with Podkolzin. In theory, if he's playing fast and he's playing physical, he could open up some space for that line. So in theory, it could work. And really, any line can work with McDavid and Draisaitl because they're McDavid and Draisaitl. And if they're going, they're going.
Haven't been necessarily going so far. They've got the 1 5-on-5 goal between them. Happened last game. Gager, Nuge between Roslovic and Mangiapane. What do you expect from that group?
Nuge is going. And Mangiapane looks good. Maybe Roslovic, I give him the benefit of the doubt just because, what is this, his third game?
Yeah, he played almost 19 minutes last game.
So
didn't have a shot, but had 19 minutes.
Maybe that will kickstart him a little bit. But you're getting a very confident Nuge on that line too, right? So that might jumpstart. I like Mangiapane's game. Like I don't mind it. He's kind of a little feisty. I know Trev hates him, but I don't mind it, right? But it'd be nice to see if Nuge can keep going like this and keep producing, right? Because someone needs to produce.
Okay, and then you get to the bottom six. Philp with Frederick and Savoy, Henrique with Tomaszek and Howard. Cass, what are reasonable expectations for a team that's dying for offense right now to get some of it out of that group?
I mean, I just want to see guys shoot when they get to an area where they can shoot. Like, is that unreasonable?
So far this year with this group, it is a little unreasonable.
It has been so far. Yeah. Listen, this is a group that should, from a skill standpoint, should potentially be able to produce some offense. I want to see them shoot the puck. Let's see that. Let's see them shoot the puck. Get to areas where you can put the puck to the net and put it to the net. That's what I want to see.
I don't know what, it's not like they're getting shots blocked or like even the shot attempts are low with the Edmonton Oilers, I think. I got to look them up a little bit, but it just doesn't seem like they're in too good of scoring chances to pass up shooting opportunities when you're not scoring. That's ridiculous. So, you know what? I'm interested about this Philp line because I think Philp and Savoy they're playing the right way right now. Like they're making easy plays, keeping it out of danger. And Frederick, I haven't minded his game too. So I think there's obviously another step. They need to be a little bit more feisty though. And maybe Frederick brings those guys into the fight a little bit more and plays inside the equipment of the opposing players. But they need to find some sort of sandpaper line too.
All right, let's dive into your number crunchers for Play Alberta. One area where maybe the Oilers can find some offense tonight. And from a numbers perspective, it would be this. Their power play so far this year is 17.7%. The penalty kill of the Ottawa Senators is the second worst number in the entire league right now. It sits at 60.9. Blue Jackets penalty kills at 55.6. So you're getting the 31st penalty kill tonight. Your power play hasn't necessarily been going. These are obviously important numbers going into this game tonight. That's why it's your Play Alberta number crunchers. If you've not yet downloaded the Play Alberta app, please do. Play Alberta, the title sponsor of all of everything we're doing here at Edmonton Sports Talk. Cass, what have you thought of the power play so far? Obviously, they don't have Hyman, but there's been some different looks this year. It's not as efficient as it has been the last few years. Very early in the year, I'm sure it's going to trend back up towards a top 10 power play again, but it's 18th in the league right now. What are you seeing? What are you not seeing with the man advantage?
I'm going to use the word you used earlier, and it's just been uninspired. It's been uninspired. The execution hasn't been there. So what am I not seeing? I'm not seeing clean passes. Like it's passes in the feet, holding onto the puck a second too long, trying to force plays through the box when you shouldn't be forcing it through the box. Like there has just been too much forcing it and unclean execution. And it's just been uninspired. You know, if you have four guys that are outworking five guys and 4 guys that are playing with more energy than the 5 guys combined, penalty kills win. And that's I think what we've seen so far. And that just kind of as a whole, that's the feeling of the team right now, where it's just the jump and I'll paraphrase McDavid the other day, like they haven't been connected. They haven't been connected out there.
How many rebound goals have they scored this year?
None.
Zero?
Have there been any? I think 0 on the power play.
I think there's 0, right? They've had some backdoor tap-ins, right? But that's what it seems like. That's all they want. They want to score on that first shot. You have to get those second chances. That's the year that historic power play. I guarantee there was a shot on goal and a puck retrieval, and the goal usually came after that. They were
great getting that puck
Oh my gosh, it was crazy how good they were. But it all started with the shot, getting it through, getting on net, getting into the eyes of the goalie. I haven't seen a goalie have to battle through screens that they've opposed yet this season. No one's standing there, right? Or even a moving screen. Like, I'm not even saying you have to stand there, but just those difficult areas that you have to get to score goals. There's not enough of a commitment on that side of the.
Seems like most of their traffic's kind of been in the higher up in the slot right now than around the net, right?
Yeah, but you're not gonna score from you're making it very easy for penalty killers. Let's just put it that way.
All right. It is Nielsen, it is Cass, it is Gager, it is 2 guys and a goalie, brought to you by GS Construction. They are hiring now. They were hiring yesterday. They will be hiring tomorrow. They are busy folks. Been a part of this community for 50 years. You mentioned YouTube Trevin there, and then you mentioned things are easy right now. Tell me about this arm wrestle that you had against him today.
I don't think you can even call it that. It was more like a firm handshake.
Well, he's been going to the gym a lot too and stuff.
I don't know what he's working on.
I don't know. Is Jay going to post that video? Is he going to post it? It's probably going to go up on our socials. Gager just sort of and I can't say anything. I am not an arm wrestle guy. I have very little arm strength. So, but still, it was funny seeing how hard he was trying. And Gager's like, really?
But
come on.
The right, we did right first. Okay. And
Did you challenge him or did he challenge you?
No, something came up yesterday where I got mad at him because he said the Tom Wilson hit was dirty.
Okay.
So it was like I don't know. I think I issued a challenge. I didn't mean to. Sorry.
So
Trev.
he said the Tom Wilson hit's dirty and you're like, arm wrestle me.
Basically. Yeah.
These are the types of things that go on around here when we're not on the air.
But the right arm was ridiculous. That I might as well have been wrestling my 6-year-old, my son when he was 6. And then, so I thought I'd go left and it was the same thing.
He was so defeated when leaving the office here today.
Was he?
He probably went straight to the gym.
Yeah, he's like, I got to work on my grip strength. Yeah. No wonder he can't open things.
That's why he can't open anything.
That's what I kind of poked the bear. I go, hey, grip strength. You got some pickles you need opening?
You know what? You know what scares me about this, guys, is you probably just created a monster. So he's gonna I'm a little concerned that he's gonna be looking for the juice now. Like he's gonna have something to prove. So we got to pay attention to some of his moods. Like if he shows up real cranky, develops a serious case of acne out of nowhere, and starts having like mood swings and stuff, we're gonna have to start checking his gym bag.
He was on Spotify downloading the Over the Top soundtrack for the way home. So
Adrian might have opened a can of worms he couldn't.
Oh, Zach! Look at this guy. Poor Trev just taking. Trev's gonna pop up in the chat here any second and be like, "You guys." He's gonna challenge. You know what, Zach? He's gonna challenge you to an arm wrestle.
Oh, I know I'm gonna lose.
That's what's gonna happen. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. All right, and then the other thing we were talking, we're gonna get into hired or fired here. I've got some good questions. But Gager, show everybody your bag. If you're listening on TuneIn or iHeart or EdmontonSports.com, Gager has like this sort of brown leather work bag. Looks kind of like an oversized Indiana Jones satchel. Yeah. And that's where you keep your 2 computers when you're here working. But we also said, how cool would it be if when you open that bag up, the Indiana Jones theme song started playing? Hey, Cass, like somebody goes, oh, just a sec, I'll grab my laptop. And you open it up and then the music starts. That should be a thing. Like somebody should invent that.
Yeah.
Put it on Etsy or Temu or wherever you put this stuff.
A little thing on the side that suddenly.
As soon as it pops open, it just starts playing. I think that would be a great idea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I like to come up with good inventions around here. That would be one of them. Cass, what do you, did you over the shoulder bag or do you got backpack that you would wear?
I got both. I got like a black leather over the shoulder that's a little bit more business-like.
Yeah,
looks a little bit more fancy. And then I got a backpack too that I just kind of rip around with. So it depends.
Yeah.
Like if I'm traveling, like if I'm going on an airplane, I'm usually taking the backpack because it's just easier everywhere. And if I'm just into the office, then usually I'm taking the shoulder bag. So I'll kind of just move stuff back and forth between the two.
I just upgraded at the beginning of this CFL season. I've got a matching set of like a backpack and an over the shoulder. In non-CFL season, I probably just keep on my work bag in the over the shoulder. Yeah. But because I'm taking it on the road all the time, I'm backpacked during the season.
Yeah,
so I'm backpack right now, even around the
travel
office.
backpack, local satchel.
Yeah. I think it's nice to go that way. All right, hired or fired for GS Construction, boys. Here are the questions, and you can play along if you're watching on YouTube. First of all, hammer the thumbs up for us. Give us your answers here, and of course, you can text us as well. 780-218-9999. Oilers and Senators tonight. We will have the GCL Diesel pregame show. Tommy Gazzola live from Hudson's White Ave tonight for that one. That'll be in the middle of the Reed Wilkins show, which will go from 3 until 6 today. EST afternoons coming up here in about 17 minutes on Edmonton Sports Talk. All right, number one, finishing first in the division is already out of the question for the Oilers. Hire it or fire it?
Fire it. There's too many games to play, and they have too much talent. They can, if any team can change this in a swing of the bat, so to speak.
Look at you.
It's the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah, I mean, if they all of a sudden went on a 20-5 run, would we be shocked?
No,
probably not. So no, it's not out of the question yet. No, not yet.
I actually think I would be shocked with a 20-5 run like that. Insane.
That is really good, but we've seen them have like what was that? How long was that win streak?
We've seen them go on heaters. Remember that 18 gamer?
15 and 5?
So
with that?
15-5 would be reasonable. But I mean, I
that also
see it
pulls them
first,
right into it.
Right?
Yeah.
There's nothing about the team I've seen so far that would make me think they could do something like that. I guess the real point I asked this is because Vegas is off to an awesome start. They're 5-0-2. Eichel has 16 points already. Dorofeyev has 7 goals. You see the goal that guy scored last night, the one-hander?
Yeah.
That was beautiful. I think Mark Stone leads the league in assists, and Mitch Marner's been awesome. So, like, Vegas looks like a wagon here early in the season. So, I don't know. We'll see there. How about this one? The Calgary Flames should full-blown tank for Gavin McKenna. Some people would say they already are. But what do you think about this? You just sort of try to, I don't know what, you can't do it. I don't know what to do. But
I think even if they try, they're going to tank at this point, unfortunately.
But can they be San Jose?
Ooh,
that type of bad?
I don't think so. I think they'll still find themselves kind of. It's early still, but from what I've seen, I worry about Dustin Wolf having to he looks like a guy trying to win the game with every save he makes right now. Right? He looks a little bit uncomfortable out there to me from what I've seen now. They have to rely on him so much because they can't score. And although Huberdeau coming back, I just don't think he pushes the needle enough. But they're better than those other bottom feeder teams.
It all depends on what you get for the tank. That's the thing. And that's going to be the fine line you got to walk with it is like, if you're going to tank and you're going to trade some of those guys, like a Kadri probably would be one of the first ones.
Can you haul in some good young pieces?
Good young pieces? Like that's going to be the question is, can you get close enough that you have a decent chance at getting McKenna, but bringing enough pieces that even if you didn't, let's say you have another New York Islanders type of situation with the lottery, that you're still going to be able to turn things around in a year or two.
How good is that Schaefer?
Yeah, Schaefer looks unreal.
He's really good.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw them both at Alinka, Schaefer was better than McKenna.
Really?
He's slightly older, but he's also very young. Like, he was 3 days away from not being eligible till this draft. I don't know. How's McKenna started at Penn State? It looked like it was kind of a slower start at Penn State.
I think he had like
some
3
assists
points
and
his
stuff.
first game, and he was the first one to score. I know that.
Let me see here. I don't know. Like, he's absolutely torched the Western Hockey League.
Mm-hmm.
But at the Halinka, I was a bit underwhelmed with him, and I was kind of underwhelmed with him at juniors. Now, he was a year younger I do 2 years younger, I guess, at juniors, but
I remember Connor McDavid wasn't the best player at the World Juniors when he played.
like so far at Penn State, he's got 1 goal and 6 points in 6 games, and he's -4.
Okay.
So I don't
Different
know.
game.
I just don't know if I'm tanking for him. I think he's going to be the first overall pick, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. That's interesting.
It's
Let's see
interesting
how it
now
goes
that
out.
these guys, these phenoms from junior, can go to college and play against older competition and see. Like,
Like, he was over 2 points per game last year with the
Easily.
Tigers,
But
and
he's
he's 6 points in 6 games at Penn State right
he's
now.
also playing against 16, 17-year-olds at times too,
Yeah.
right? So now you're playing against older guys that little stronger, a little faster. I think he can figure it out, but do you think this affects his draft status by the end of the
he'll
year?
still go first overall. He would have
he'll
to
still
have
go
a
first
pretty
overall.
blah year.
I don't know who
at
else
Penn
is.
State, but-
Isn't there another defenseman that
There's a
people are-
Finnish defenseman, I
Yeah.
think, that people are in on. Okay, let's go here. If the Oilers struggle again tonight, it's time to flip Wallman onto PP1 for a bit.
hire it because the only currency I think you're not going to put Bouchard in the press box.
No.
The only other
that's not
thing
gonna
you can your valuable commodity that you can use as a coach is ice time, and you got to light the fire under. Get back to the butcher instead of just Evan. You know, take his ice time away, take his power play time away, and you might see a guy that looks a little bit more engaged at times.
Cass, what do you think? Second worst penalty kill in the league tonight. If their power play goes 0 for 4, would you
Yeah.
flip it?
I'd give it a look.
Yeah.
I gotta hire it.
It's not like it
I'd
has
give
to
it a
stay
look.
that way forever.
No,
Right? Like,
Yeah, you're not locking it in. I'd probably give it a look.
All right, let's go with this one. The Blue Jays upsetting the Dodgers in the World Series would be the biggest accomplishment in Toronto sports history. Now, the only real comparables here would be the Raptors and then the Blue Jays back-to-back, because the Maple Leafs have accomplished nothing since 1967.
they're going up against the juggernaut.
Like
though.
those Jays teams in the early 90s were awesome.
awesome.
This
Yeah.
Jays team was supposed to win 78 and 80,
Yeah.
maybe low 80 games. And they're going up against a juggernaut. Like, I think this might be the greatest accomplishment in sports history, or in Toronto sports history, if they can pull off the upset of the Dodgers.
Yeah, I think I'm going to hire it. Just the level of underdogs and even some of the storylines, like with Ohtani and how good he's been in playoffs. I think I got to hire it. And but what's tough is like the Raptors winning is pretty, like that's pretty epic as well. And the Jays winning back to back in the 90s. I mean, I loved that as a kid. So
You know what's wild though is that in like almost 60 years, they only have 3 other things to compare it to.
Yeah, I know. But I'm going to hire it too, because I think the closest other thing is the Raptors again when they went up against Golden State.
Yeah.
But Golden State was a bit banged up, right?
Well, Kevin Durant didn't play.
He didn't play.
Yeah,
So
that's-
if they would have went up against, that would have been tough.
I mean, if they would have
healthy,
upset the Kevin Durant healthy Warriors,
that'd
be tough to top.
That's tough.
That would be
to
tough to top. All right, and what about this one? This, I don't know if you were listening to the Hangout today, Gager, but Skechers was taking a ton of heat because Patty was wearing Skechers and Tommy and Iwanek were all over him. So I was going to say Skechers is a perfectly fine shoe. Hire it or fire it.
Hire it.
Of course, hire it.
Of course,
I don't know why they
hire
would
it.
take any heat. Cass, are you at the dad stage with your Skechers now?
no.
Careful what you say here, Cass. I think we're both wearing Skechers right now, Gager and I.
Yes, we are.
No,
slip in
I'm going to fire it. I'm at the Croc stage.
Oh, wow, jeez.
What are you,
Wait a
80?
second. Croc guy is coming at Skechers guy right now? What are we doing
that's
here?
different. It's different because it's like I wear them around the house and they're really comfortable. And I just,
This is outdoor footwear, Cass, not indoor footwear.
yeah, I know. I gotta fire it. I don't want to hurt you guys' feelings, so I won't say anything else.
No, but you are hurting our feelings already just by firing it.
Skechers, you go full circle with them because as a kid, kids wear Skechers.
Yes,
Little ones.
little.
The light up shoes.
They sleep in, or they just slip in. It's
Slip
very
in
nice.
it's easy.
Yeah.
Right? You get them
Yeah.
out the door.
Some of them have some Velcro.
Then they get a little bit, they find their independence. You're also asking 2 guys that take can take their time and leave their house whenever they want.
Iwanek and Tommy, yeah.
They have time to sit there, and they're not
They got time to choose which shoes they're going to wear.
Exactly. Sometimes I come out, I got 2 different ones on. I don't know.
But they're both Skechers.
But they're both Skechers.
And they both feel like I've been wearing I was full-blown Skechers for like 5-6 years. Then I got into the Nikes because I like the way they look. So I've been wearing a lot of Nikes for the last year and a half.
Called dress shoes.
I wear them with my suits.
Yeah.
For TSN. They're good shoes. I like them. But this morning I put on a Skechers that I've had around the house for like a year, but I haven't really worn. They're almost like brand new. Yeah. Put my foot in there and I was back, baby. I was like, oh man, these are comfortable.
When you hear that, when your foot goes
nice,
in,
isn't it?
It's a nice.
Yeah. Did you say it's a nice?
It's a nice.
It's a nice Skechers.
It's Italian Skechers.
Juan is in and says, my top 3 Crocs, Skechers, classic white New Balance. Cass, when you're wearing your Crocs around the house, are you wearing them with like the back pulled up behind, or is it like flipped over the front?
No, you got them clog style.
So it's like a slipper.
Front.
You're basically wearing them as a slipper.
Yeah. Well, because my slippers,
I have
a nice.
Then we'll talk about it.
I got some buddies that got me because I was making fun of them, so they got me some like really nice lamb's wool slippers that are way too expensive, but they bought them for me because one of the guys brought them over to my house when we were hanging out, and I made ruthless fun of him. And they all were like, "Oh man, you don't even know." And they got me some, so they all chipped in and got me I can't remember his birthday or whatever. And so I have them, but they're really warm, so they're great for winter. So I got a good pair of winter slippers, and these are more like summer, fall, right now where it's not too cold yet and the basement isn't too cold. Then I'll rock these bad boys.
Gordon McDowell over on YouTube says Skechers are fine for yard work or when you need to get outside to the livestock in a hurry and there's not deep mud and snow. Max Bazuzu says Skechers give the impression that my mom bought me these shoes. What are you talking about? Look at these shoes. Do you think my mom bought me these? Look at these shoes. These are great looking shoes.
I also wouldn't say your mom wouldn't buy those for you. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a certain vibe to a Skechers that I get. Like for me, when I was in grade 8 or 9, it was like, if you're wearing Skechers, that was like, the kid whose parents were like, okay, we're not going to buy you these $200 Nikes. Okay. We're going to get you the Skechers. You're going to have to live with it.
Financially
You're going to
responsible parents,
which is true. But then the kid gets made fun of at recess,
Have you been in the
Stop being pricks.
Have you seen the You've been in the Skechers store at the mall?
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
I'll say this. It's fancier than the Nike store.
Way fancier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
They're stepping up their game, that's for sure.
Zach, I don't care what you say about shoes. What are you wearing right now?
I'm wearing Nike SBs, beat up ones.
Yeah.
They used to be white.
I'm wearing brand new Skechers.
Anything with Velcro,
even
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't have Velcro on your shoes.
There's some Velcro. Actually, these are Adidas. I thought they were Nikes.
So you're wearing Velcro Adidas. Things just took a twist very quickly.
Hey, there's laces on them too, okay?
All right, we'll let Croc
Why
Man
is
go
one
here.
sole bigger than the other?
Oh, geez. Guys, Croc Man.
Well, you're the Croc Man now. It's Anyway, all right, predictions for the game. Let's do that, then we'll get out here. What do you think?
Senators 5-2 win.
Whoa. That'll make an interesting show tomorrow.
I was going to say Senators 4-2 with an empty netter.
Oh, then I guess I'll be the homer. I'm going to say Oilers get it going tonight, 5-1 Edmonton Oilers. What's coming up on EST Afternoons, you guys? What do you guys have?
I don't have the list.
Well, perfect.
I know
I have that.
Yeah, let's go to old Velcro Adidas over here.
Yeah. Well, Jake Wallman, who might have been wearing some Velcro, I don't know what shoes he wears. He's making his return for the Oilers season debut after missing 6 games. Hernan Gager will talk about that. Ross Leviton from Locked On Senators will check in to talk about the squad. And we'll also hear what Jake Wallman has to say in his return. And Michael Bradburn from The Score will be checking in as well to talk about the Blue Jays Game 7 victory.
All right, so there we go. That's coming up on EST Afternoons right here on TuneIn Radio, on iHeartRadio, and at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. And if you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for 2 guys. Turn on autoplay. This will continue right on over into EST Afternoons, which will lead into the Reed Wilkins Show, which will lead into the GCL Diesel pregame show from Hudson's on White, which will lead into more of the Reed Wilkins Show, which will lead into the postgame show a little bit later on today. That's going to do it for me. I'm going to take my very comfortable feet and walk down the hallway to my office in my Skechers. 2 guys and goalie brought to you by The Hidden Room in Sandwith's new office at GS Construction. Incredible. For Matt Cassidy, Walking Gauge, I'm Dustin Nielsen. Take it easy.